Hey guys, it's Joseph Diego here from josephdiego.com and growing with Joseph Diego. Listen, I got a question for you. Have you ever felt stuck like you just can't get yourself motivated? You can't get moving. You just, as much as you promise yourself that you're going to, tomorrow I'm going to do it. Tomorrow I'm going to do it. Tomorrow, all right, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and it just doesn't happen. It just, for some reason, it's just, and or you might do it for a couple of days and the next thing you know, it's like, oh man, I forgot I had to do that. Well, I'm going to talk to you about that. Okay, guys, so here we are. Look, this happens to us all of the time. Now, first of all, you got to see, this is first thing, what is Saturday morning? Today's, and this is early in the morning. It's not 3 o'clock in the morning like I usually get up. Today's, believe it or not, I sleep late today. I actually got up at 6:30 this morning, and that's late for me. That's one thing I do is, and it is something that I've built on, and this is what we're going to talk to you about. This is something that we've built on. It's a habit that I've been able to develop, that I do get up early every day. And these are learned skills. Everything that's going on here is a learned skill. They're habits. This is exactly what it are. Habits are things that we do automatically without even thinking. And you got to remember that. My mentor, Rich, you'll hear me speak about my mentor a lot, because this gentleman, and again, my mentor is my sponsor in recovery, my AA sponsor, Richie B. And he, the guy was probably the best mentor I ever had. I've got Les Brown, who's my friend, but we're distant. We don't speak as much as I'd like to. And he's got so many other people that he works with, and he has to take care of himself. So he doesn't have much time for many people right now. He actually barely answers my phone calls. I gave him a call today. But even mentors that you get out there that you pay for, there was nothing like I had, like Richie B. And mentors are good because, that you have to be accountable. But if it's a mentor that you have to pay for, that you have to stay accountable to, it's hard. It's really, really hard. So, for me, thank God I had somebody that was really my friend. And in recovery, you have to call your sponsor every day. And you have to speak to him every single day. And it's not accountable to him. It's accountability to yourself. And this is what I want to talk to you about. Self-accountability. Self-accountability. And it was in another group. What I love this guy, Ray Higdon. He's an amazing marketer. He's done so much with himself that he's one of my role models. He's one of those successful people that they say, if you want to become successful, find a successful person and do what he did. Well, one of the things he did was make content every day, and that's one of my goals because of him. All right, that I have that as a goal because of Ray, that I want to make content every day, and that's why I'm making these videos and I'm sharing them with you, so we can grow together. And you're going to see it happen. And again, you'll always realize that what I say is with conviction and a certain faith. That's important. And that again is a learned skill. That again is a learned skill. But these habits, these things that, the reason you do those things, the reason that you don't get up, the reason that you don't commit, or you think you're not committed because you're not doing what you need to do to get done or to do what you want to do, is because of the other habits that you have that get in your way. It's the other habits that you have that get in your way. And one of the greatest things that I use right now is self-accountability. And I had to share this with you because this morning, what happened was I made last night's video. And I want you guys also, I want to share this with you. You notice that in these videos, I might cut this later, so you may not see it later, but in these videos, you'll see that I hit the button and I walk back away. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have a little clicker that I don't have to hit the button. I could sit back here, but it's right here, and I'm not setting it up. I'm not waiting for that. I'm not waiting for nothing to make these to do these videos. I'm not waiting for nothing to stick to my commitment. And this is what we have to do. How did I do that? How did I get that level of commitment? I did it by, it's like muscle memory. I did it by working on it every day, little by little. I did it by waking up every morning. I did it, there was a lot of other habits that I had that were consistent. It's like every morning I wake up and I make a shake. I've been making that shake for years now. But there were a few, but the first couple of years, of the first year probably, I didn't make it every day. There were days like, oh man, I rush out the door with a cup of coffee and I'm like, man, I forgot to make my shake. One of the other habits that I have right now is that every morning I wake up and I drink about 20 ounces of water. All right, that's a habit. That's a habit that I've been able to develop through time. And my wife has even helped me with that habit because she's the one who has that water there for me every night. I wake up every morning, and believe it or not, I didn't drink it this morning. And I want you to realize this also. You're human. We're all human, and things happen. But what happened this morning was I have, and you can't see it. Maybe you can. I can't see it on my, on the tablet that I'm looking at. You might be able to see it through the video. But every night and every day I review my goals. And this is something that I forget to do. I can do it for a few, maybe a month, and then for some reason I forget and I don't do it. And I really, really forget. It's like it just dropped out, like I never did it. And so I remember again, oh man, I gotta start doing this, and I'm doing it. And you gotta continue doing it to eventually, whatever other habit that you have that pulls you away from this is removed. And you develop it. It was it Og Mandino. He says you have to become, we do become slaves to habits. We become a slave to our habits. The thing is to become a slave to your good habits and get rid of the bad habits. So you have to distinguish which is the good habits and which are the bad habits. And what do you have to, and can I tell you what my bad habit is? Watching TV. Watching TV. Yesterday I made my video and I went upstairs, and my wife, if my wife is upstairs, and she's a distraction, and it's not a bad habit, but my wife is just sitting there. She's doing her work. She's studying to become a personal trainer, and there's a lot of studying in that, right? So I still have to be there next to her. It's so funny on the TV. I sit at the TV and I'm next to my wife, and that just makes me feel better. I really wasn't doing nothing but watching some, who knows what. I don't even remember what I was watching. But it's just the habit that I have of being, once I sit on that couch in front of that TV, I'm gone. So now that I have in my head that I have to make these videos, I made the videos, but I forgot one thing, two things actually. I forgot to write into my journal, because that's another habit that I have. I write into my journal every day and every night. And this is one of many journals that I have that I write into. And this on my computer, writing my plans and my goals for the day, my daily plans and goals. This is something that's really, really important that we do this. How do I know this? I don't. I relate success to success in my recovery. Let's put it this way. When I got sober, I went to the Alcoholics Anonymous. I did. And I had nothing. I knew nothing about recovery. I knew how to get drunk. I knew how to get high. Boy, I knew how to do that stuff really, really good. But I didn't know about recovery. And they told me, again, if you want to become successful, find successful people and do what they did. So I know AA's got a lot of successful people that becoming sober, right? But what I had to do was willing to do what they did. And they also told me, all right, how? Honest, open-minded, and willing to be open-minded to what they were saying. And the thing is that all that stuff that they were saying seemed so foreign to me. When my original sponsor, Reggie Pete, told me, Joseph, keep the focus on yourself and watch how everything else gets better, that didn't make any sense to me. How was me just taking care of me going to help me fix my kids, fix my wife who was still drinking at that time, fix my mother, fix my house was in foreclosure. I wasn't working. My whole life was a wreck. How was I taking care of me going to take care of all that other stuff out there? It just didn't make any sense, right? But I had the willingness to do whatever they told me to do. You know, they also told me to go to meetings every single day, man. And I'm like, how the heck is going to a meeting every single day going to help me with all that other stuff? But I had the open-mindedness and the willingness to do whatever it is that they told me to do. My sponsor told me, "What are you willing to do?" I said anything, and I meant it. So if they told me to walk up and down the highway butt naked, I would have done it, you know? And I did. I did. And you know what? All that stuff worked. All of that stuff works. So now when I come to success and I find successful people and they tell me what to do, I believe what they say. And most of them tell us we need a plan. We need a blueprint. And it's funny, I work off of blueprints. And this is the ultimate goal is to get the whole floor done, right? Get all of my tin up. That's why I'm a tin knocker, right? To get all of my tin up and then I'm done. And then we put the branches out and everything else. But you have to get the main unit. You have to get the air from the main unit throughout the whole building. And there's a whole plan on how to do that. But what happens is you have the big duct and then you get down to the smaller duct. Well, it's the same thing with our goals. We have the ultimate goal, but we achieve that. We get there through our smaller goals, through our daily goals, through our weekly goals, through our monthly goals, our yearly goals, and then we eventually want to reach our ultimate goals. So every day I've committed, little by little, even though I may be doing it backwards, little by little I'm getting bigger and bigger, and my duct work is getting bigger because I'm doing more and more. And it's through constant repetition. And guys, you can fail. You know, think about when you walk, when you learn how to walk. You fell, you fell, you fell. The thing is not to ever give up. You have to stay accountable to yourself. So what I did was this morning when I wrote this, when I looked at my goals, what happened was I didn't do this morning, but I had this from yesterday. I didn't review it last night like I did and plan for today. See, I believe in somebody, another great leader told me, Joe, have your day planned in advance. Finish your day in the morning. Finish your day in the morning. In other words, have my day done. When I wake up in the morning, know what exactly I need to do to get that, to have a successful day. But last night I didn't do that. So that's all right. Ty Lopez also does it early in the morning, right? Because I follow these guys, and Ty's a pretty successful guy. I don't care. Well, there's a lot of controversy about him, but he is where he is, all right. And you can't deny that, okay? So I get up in the morning. I got up in the morning. Sorry, let me go do this. Okay, I got my cup of coffee, you know, and I said, let me sit down here. And I realized, you know, and I put down, I have a daily review of of that day, right? And I did everything but plan for my weekend. And that's the last thing on my list over here. I did focus on the video, but as soon as I did that, I was done. I thought I was done, but what wasn't done was do my next day. And I didn't even write it to my journal. All right. So now I reminded myself, wow. So now I can put this down for tonight when I review it and look at it again. And now I know what my distraction is. So I have to watch for that distraction. I have to watch for my wife. All right. And it could be different now because my wife is just sitting there. So now it can be different that my wife can be in a frisky mood, hint, hint, right? Or you know, or in some kind of a mood, or she just wants me to sit with her and cuddle, or she says, "Baby, let's watch this show, or let's do this." I have to watch myself and say, "All right, mamita, hold on one second, and just give me a minute. Let me finish my day." And I didn't finish. My day was not, and that's a term that I use, and she's used to that already. She knows that I have to finish my day, and I have to come down here and do these two things. And then I'm hers. Then I'm free. And this is something that I have to do 24/7. I have to do this 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year for the next 10 years. And I'm going extreme over there. I've already made a goal for myself for 5 years, but I'm going to say 10 years. I'm going to say 10 years because it's, and I'm old, guys, but that's what it is. This is part of it is the fact that I am old and I've wasted a lot of my life. But I want you to know that you can never be too old to do whatever it is you want to do. You can never be too old to be that guy, to have that body. You can never be that old to go achieve those things that you want to do. You can never be too old. Let me see if I can make this happen. You see that nice big boat up there and that nice car? You can never be too old to achieve those material things. And those material things are material things. But the journey that I had to get those things, the journey that I had, the path that I had to go through. And who knows, I still might, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? But I keep putting in the effort. And from what I'm told from these other great leaders, you put in the effort, you stay accountable to yourself, and watch it happen. Watch it happen. So, again, one of the greatest things I did was start putting pencil to paper. Really, I putting pencil to paper and staying accountable to myself. And if at all right, start doing like I do. Like I have days. I'm like on day 200 that I was doing my push-ups. I was doing 100 push-ups every single day, and I stopped doing that. Because not that the pain was too great. I was able to deal with the pain, but the pain never went away. And then I did some research, and I found out that doing 100 push-ups every day can do more damage than good. So now I'm doing 100 push-ups 3 times a week, and 2 times a week I'm doing other exercises. But I still do other exercises, but 2 times a week I'm doing other exercises, and now it's time to start working on my abs, right? Because I've lost the weight. I've come now again, and that's not even there. That's not even there. That's not even on that list, but it's there. It's funny how these vision boards work. It's there and it's getting there. So again, self accountability is key. Evaluate your state. Evaluate what state of mind you're in, how you're feeling when you get home. Because that's what this is. Usually we get home and this is when we have to do these things and we shut down. Uh, don't catch yourself and say, whoa, wait a minute, I can do much more than this. All right? Because and again, I have to share this with you because this is really important. And again, this is like an addiction. It's like we're addicted to doing things, to those bad habits. We're addicted to those bad habits. We're slaves to those bad habits. We have to be able to take self-evaluation also. We have to take a look at ourselves and say, where are we? What are we doing? Am I happy with what I'm doing? And because you know what? Don't beat yourself up. That's the worst thing we can do is beat ourselves up and come. And I've done it a lot. There's been times that I've come home and I'll sit here and I'll go sit on that couch. And then by the time I get up from that couch, it's too late for me to do anything. And then I'm pissed. I'm pissed that I didn't do anything. And I just want to get my head up under the blankets. But I did even less. It's like when I tell my grandson, crying doesn't accomplish anything. Well, feeling bad for yourself doesn't accomplish anything either. Actually, it may make it even worse. All right, so don't do that. Don't do that. All right, those habits. It's like an addiction. It's like an addiction. Your body, your whole every cell in your body wants you to do that bad thing because it's really weird how it works. That it's like you're grabbing myself. It's like your body. It's your mind. Your body. Look, your mind is in control of your body. But what happens is your body tricks your mind. Your body tricks your mind by those habits. By your habits. It's like, have you ever forgotten a code and you can't forget the number, but it's funny, you start punching it in your hands, do it automatically. It's like, holy shit, what the hell did that come from? Wow, I thought I forgot that. The habit, it's your body. It's a certain habits. Like me, I speed. I gotta take my defensive diving classes because I've got a heavy foot. I get into that car, I gotta go. All right, and it's crazy. It's just a habit. It's just the way I am. It's not that, and I'm not in the races. It's not, and I work on pride and ego. It's not that. It's just I like the feel of the acceleration. I guess I don't know what it is. Yesterday I was driving back from the karate school. My grandson was like, "Wow," he liked it. But I don't need any more tickets, but now I got to take that stupid class. So this is, and again, that's one of the things that it's just like once you're in that mix, your body, that feeling of acceleration, whatever it is, it gets to me, and it makes my mind say, "Oh, forget the ticket, just go," you know. So again, bad habit, bad habit. I have to admit that. And again, I don't want to be, I'm 57 years old. I want people, my wife said that to me the other day. She said, you drive like an old man. I'm like, I drive like an old man. Watch this. So, um, you know, all right. So again, we have to watch that. All right. We have to watch what our body is telling us and what it's making us do. My body makes me sit on the perfect example. I mean, I could go on forever, right, guys? Perfect example. My body is used to sitting in front of the TV, right? So I do sleep with the TV on. It's a bad habit, but sometimes I sleep with Jim Rohn. I sleep with men, right? I sleep with Jim Rohn, Les Brown, John Maxwell. Is it John Maxwell? Yeah, John Maxwell. He's amazing. I think he's amazing. All these new guys that I meet, and some women. I sleep with some women. Joel Osteen's wife, I forget what her name is, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll sleep with Netflix. And this morning I woke up with Wesley Snipes, and but then there was a comedy show, and I'm like, I hit the button. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing watching this? The habits are taking over, right? So I put on a cartoon for my grandson, a stupid cartoon, because I wanted him to wake up with something. But he loves this cartoon. I know he loves it. And I'm sitting there like this. And I caught myself. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And I got up and I walked out of the room and I came down here. And then when I found this stuff that I didn't do, I was like, wow, let me tell these guys about that. Because this is my growth. This is me growing by evaluating myself, reviewing my day, and checking out what needs to be fixed every day. So if you do it every other day, if you do it once a week, set the goal to do it. All right, then I'm going to do it 3 times a week. I'm going to do it 4 times a week. All right, I'm going to be able to do it 5 days a week. And little by little, it will get better. All right, but you got to keep on doing it. And keep a log. Keep a log. Really. I think I've said enough. This is a lot longer of a video. And who knows, I'll probably make another video today because I'm on a roll. And with that, Joseph Diego's got to go. I got to make breakfast for my grandson. Got to finish my review. Got to finish planning my day. And go talk some nonsense with my mother. I love sitting down having coffee and making cheese with my mother. That's what happens. So take care. Stay blessed. I hope you have an amazing day. Just